Once upon a time in the deep blue sea lived a strong, caring mermaid named Ariel. Ariel loved her family very much. She lived with her father, her 6 older sisters, and her younger sibling, Flounder. One day, Ariel and Flounder were exploring an abandoned ship when they noticed a lot of bright lights at the surface of the ocean. They swam up to see where the lights were coming from and found a ship tossing and turning in the big waves. They then heard shouting from someone who was struggling to swim. "Help, help," yelled the girl. "Flounder, we should go help her. She seems to be in trouble." Ariel and Flounder swam as fast as they could to the girl, but before they could get to her, she slipped under the waves. Ariel propelled herself through the water and pulled the girl to shore. "She doesn't look so well," Flounder said doubtfully. "We should stay with her until she feels better," Ariel pointed out. "Ariel, we can't. We're mer people. Humans get scared of us. Father told us never to stay at the shore for too long because the humans might see us," they replied. "Flounder, when we see someone in trouble, we have to help, no matter what they think of us," Ariel said. Ariel and Flounder sat by the girl's side all night waiting for her to wake up to make sure she was okay. When the sun started to rise, the girl's eyes fluttered open. Ariel swam deep into the water to hide her tail from the girl. "Where am I? What happened? How did I get here?" asked the girl. "Your ship sank in the storm last night. You got stuck in the water, so we pulled you to shore," explained Ariel. "Wow," said the girl, "you saved me. You must come to my house so that my family and I can thank you." Ariel really liked this girl and wanted to be her friend, but she cannot leave the water. "I'm sorry," she said. "I really would love to come, but—" Just then, the girl noticed her tail. "Wait," she exclaimed. "You're a mermaid. Why didn't you say so? I've always wanted to be a mer person, but everyone told me I was being silly. I've only read about mer people in books, but I've always longed to meet one. I always go swimming in the ocean, hoping to see mer people. When I'm there, it feels like I belong." Ariel was shocked. She thought that the girl would be terrified when she realized who Ariel really was, but now she realized that they could actually be friends. The only way that that could happen, though, was if the girl was a mermaid, so they could live together under the sea. Ariel turned to Flounder and whispered, "Flounder, what if we helped our new friend become a mermaid?" "That's impossible," said Flounder. "She's a human and we are mer people. We're different and that's just the way we're born." "Even though we look different on the outside, we're all the same on the inside," explained Ariel. "If she feels more like a mermaid, she should be able to look like a mermaid too." "But how will we turn her into a mermaid?" asked Flounder. Ariel hadn't thought about that. It wouldn't be easy changing a human into a mermaid, but Ariel wasn't afraid of a challenge. Then she got a perfect idea. "We can bring her to our father. He will be able to turn her into a mermaid," said Ariel with a big smile. "Ariel, you know how our father feels about humans. He doesn't think mermaids and humans can be friends because they look different," said Flounder. "We have to try," said Ariel. She turned to the girl and said, "I think we may be able to help you. Our father is King Triton, and he will be able to turn you into a mermaid you've always been." A big smile grew on the girl's face. For the first time, she felt like someone could help her be the mermaid she'd always wanted to be. Her whole life, she felt different from the other humans she lived with. They always wanted to play on land and run through the fields, but she felt better in the water, swimming through the waves. "We must go right away to ask," said Ariel. "You shouldn't have to wait another minute. Flounder and I will return tomorrow morning. Oh, one last thing. What's your name?" asked Ariel. "Erica," said the girl. Erica thanked Ariel and Flounder for being so kind. Ariel and Flounder swam as fast as they could to the palace. "Father, father," yelled Ariel, "we need your help." "What is wrong?" asked Triton. "I'm here to help you." "I need you to do me a huge favor," said Ariel. "What is it? I'll do anything for you," said Triton. "Well, I met this wonderful girl, Erica. It would mean the world to both of us if you made her a mermaid," said Ariel excitedly. Triton sat in his magnificent throne without saying a word. Ariel knew that she was not going to get the response she wanted. "Humans do not belong here, Ariel. We cannot accept them. You should know better than this," shouted Triton. "But she's such a nice person. Can you at least meet her before you make your decision?" Triton swiftly stood up and slammed his trident on the ocean floor below. "Silence! I will have no more of your nonsense. Humans have no business living amongst us. My decision is final." With tears rolling down her cheeks, Ariel quickly swam past her father and into the dark ocean beyond, struggling to keep up. Flounder swam with all of his might to catch up. Out of breath and heartbroken from her father's decision, Ariel cried out, "Why won't he listen to me? All he needs to do is meet her, and I'm sure he would change his mind. He thinks that all humans are evil, explained Flounder. Until he meets one in person, I'm afraid there's nothing we can do. How can he think that? He's never even talked to one, questioned Ariel. That's how all of us sea creatures think. Since none of us have met one in person, we just believe the stories we're told, they said. Maybe we should just give up. I don't think Father will ever agree to turn Erica into a mermaid. He still insists on calling me a merman. No, I won't give up. It isn't fair. I think we should bring her to meet Father. He'll change his mind when he meets her. She's so lovely. Ariel, are you sure that's a good idea? You saw how mad he got, Flounder exclaimed. Yes, Flounder, we have to go try, said Ariel decidedly. Ariel swam quickly away from Flounder and towards her hidden cave that even Flounder didn't know about. She wanted to be alone so she could work out the plan. This will work, thought Ariel. He just has to meet her. Then he'll see that she was meant to be a mermaid and we were meant to be friends. The next morning, Ariel swam back up to the surface, just like she promised. Ariel felt a new sensation in her stomach as she swam up to the surface. It was almost like 100 butterflies were flying around in there, and Ariel realized that she was nervous. Erica was already waiting at the shore, sitting on a huge rock near the waves. You came. I'm so excited. Look, I even brought us snacks, and I brought with me anything I wanted to keep from the surface. It's not much, but it's important to me, said Erica. Of course I came back. I think you're so cool and that we have so much in common, said Ariel sadly. The girl noticed that Ariel looked upset and started to get a little upset. Oh no, you have bad news, don't you? Asked the girl. I don't think I can handle the bad news. I know what you're going to say. I got my hopes up and now I'm not going to be a mer person. I'm never going to be accepted anywhere. No, please, just listen. My father did get mad, yes, but I'm not going to give up. It's not fair, exclaimed Ariel. I understand why you don't feel accepted. I feel the same way. When I was younger, my mother died, and it was really hard on my family, but especially on me. My sisters were sad, but eventually it felt like they were able to go back to normal. It was never that way for me. I felt isolated and depressed, and like I couldn't come back from my mother's death the same way my siblings did. So I understand how you feel. Nothing should stop you from feeling like you belong or that you have people that care for you. I'm so sorry, Ariel, Erica explained. I'm so sorry that you have to go through that, but I'm here for you. I don't want you to feel isolated anymore. If I become a mermaid, I can always be there for you. Thank you, Ariel said. You're the first person I've talked to about this, but I feel like I'm finally ready to talk to my father about this, and about you. He will understand and help you become a mermaid. It's where you belong. It will never work, Erica said hopelessly. I'm different, and your father will never accept that, and I don't want to make things worse for you. Do you trust me? Ariel questioned. Of course. I trust you more than anyone I know, Erica replied shyly. Then trust me. I know this can work. My dad loves me and wants me to be happy. There's no way he wouldn't do this for me after knowing the truth. The girl spent all night thinking of ways to convince Triton that he should accept Erica. Finally, Ariel thought of the perfect way to appeal to her father. They waited until the sun rose and once again set out to face the terrifying King Triton. Ariel had been working for months on harnessing her powers since she was the heir to the sea throne. However, she was never able to completely use them and always felt like there was something missing. But after meeting the girl, she knew what she was missing. She remembered what her father had said to her when she was just a young girl. Ariel, your powers can only be truly harnessed when you find something to fight for. When your mother died, I had felt like I lost my powers. Then I saw you. You were so beautiful, and I knew I had to protect you and love you for the rest of my life. And one day, you too will find a love strong enough to harness them too. For the first time in her life, she knew she could use her powers to help get Erica underwater. But at last, it was time to test how much she had fallen in love with the stranger she saved from the sea. Do you trust me? Ariel questioned. Absolutely, Erica responded. Without anyone noticing, Triton had risen to the surface to look for Ariel and Flounder, and heard their entire conversation. Triton realized he had made a mistake. He hadn't seen Ariel this happy since her mother died. He swam quickly over to Ariel. Ariel, I have to admit that I was wrong. This girl has what it takes to be a mermaid. It doesn't matter what you are, we are all the same below the surface. I had no idea how much you had suffered after your mother's death, and I should have been there for you. But I'm here now, and I want to make you happy. King Triton raised his trident, and the ocean surrounded Erica in a big swirl. Her legs started to change into long fins, and her lungs filled with seawater instead of air. She was finally where she belonged.